Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm back. Oh, my life. So this is going to be a really interesting video. Okay, we're using Pink Paisley Bloom Street. You guys, it's been 12 days, and I will tell you that, oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even know where to start. It's been wonderful but horrible, and oh my gosh, let me just start off by saying, I guess I will, my husband wants me to say that I fostered Sticks because he is no longer with us. He was rehomed, and it sucked. I'm going to try not to break down because it has broken my heart, and it has really just sucked. It really has. This Saturday was a week ago. So yeah, yesterday was a week. We had Sticks for 4 days, you guys. We had him 4 days, and Saturday I went to go lay down. It has been 14 days of nothing but pain in the butt stuff. Honestly, pain in the butt stuff. I had, oh my God, my life has not been my own for 14 days. And for someone like me, that truly sucks. And I just, yeah, I mean, I had to help my brother, my parents. That was not a big deal. But the other stuff, you know, just getting to Los Banos to pick up my brother, take him to a different town, then take him back because that didn't work out. It was, and then my brother decided he wanted to move out because he could, and then he moved out, and then my mom and I cleaned up his new place. So we cleaned up his new place all for nothing because 2 days later he went back home because he realizes that he is truly handicapped and cannot live on his own. So then I had to pack him up, take him back home. So, yeah. And so I have been going to Los Banos, where my parents live, pretty much every day because that is where our new vet is at also. So we had Sticks for literally 4 days. I had 2 days of Friday and Saturday of nothing but driving. I could have drove to Disneyland by myself and come back home. That's how much driving I was doing. And it was horrible. Well, I decided later on that afternoon to just lay down. You know, I have been exhausted, but not sickly. Okay, so there's a difference. There's sickly where there's that whoosh feeling where it's like, oh man, like I was almost borderline, what's that word called? Narcoleptic? No. Is it no, because isn't that wanting to do stuff with dead bodies? Wait, I think it is though, right? I know the one where you just want to sleep when you just fall over and you fall asleep. That from Rat Race, you know, the Mr. Bean. Yeah, I can't. So, anyways, so I don't want to do anything with dead bodies. I just mean I want to fall asleep where I'm standing. So then so that happened, and so I came home and I was like, okay, I just want to lay down for a sec. So what do? I lay down. It's just me, okay? This has been going on. Tim pretty much has been home like 2 times in 2 days in like 2 weeks. So it was one of those, he was on like day 2 and on Saturday, and I think he was home Sunday. My days are done. So he comes, well anyway, so then I lay down. Well, I lay down, I'm, you know, like just playing on my laptop or my little tablet. And then, well, what does Sticks come and do? Sticks goes, Ash is laying next to me. Sticks goes behind Ash, latches onto him, starts humping him. So Sticks is trying to, Ash is trying to get him off. I shoved off Sticks because I'm like, no, dude, you can't do that. So I'm halfway laying, halfway shoving. Well, then what do you know happens? The inevitable. So then Sticks goes in for the second time and latches on to Ash. Because I cannot get a good push because I'm halfway up, halfway back. And I'm roly-poly. So it's not like I can, you know, get up like, you know, a fit person. So I have abs of flab. So there is none of that. Well, then Ash turns around and he attacked. He attacked Sticks. Sticks is screaming bloody murder. I will never for the life of me until the day I die forget how awful it sounds when a poor animal is getting attacked and it's hurting him and there's nothing he can do. And so I'm trying to get them apart. I ended up putting my hands inside, so I ended up getting, you know, a couple of puncture wounds, but they're minor ones. But, you know, hey, I tried to get my hand in there, so it's my fault. And Ash was not letting go. So then poor Sticks is screaming bloody murder, and I'm like, oh my God. They're on the bed, and then, so they're backing up. So Sticks' legs kind of fell off the bed, and so Ash is hanging onto his face. And I thought his eye was going to get ripped out of his head. I wasn't sure how. I mean, I'm panicking because I'm like, okay, so I had a water bottle. I threw the water bottle on their head. I threw food on their head. I ended up getting their leashes and going, let's go for a ride, you know, because that's what they love. And I'm by myself, and so I'm trying to do everything in my power to get them off. It was basically Ash, because Sticks is not a mean boy, and I didn't think Ash was a mean boy either, but Ash did not want to be humped, and he felt he was attacked. Because if you've ever had your leg, you know, clamped on by a horny dog, Six was our third horny dog, but no toys was going to get him distracted. The toys did not matter to him. Where Rocky and Bus, they loved their toys, and they would leave everybody else alone. They loved their toys, so that was fine. So, but he did not want his toys, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was an attack on Ash, and Ash, whew, yeah, he saw red. And so I shoved him off the bed because he was kind of falling, and then he was hanging, and then he was like really just screaming bloody murder. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my heart, you guys, I'm surprised I honestly did not have a heart attack. So I have to think my heart is strong right now, because I did not, because my heart was in my throat, literally in my throat. It was so awful. It was so awful. And I just, whew, I'm just, yeah. So Ash finally let go, and I separated them. There's blood coming off, not gushing. No, there's no gushing, nothing like that. But it was enough to make me, you know, like really go, oh my gosh. So, and so I'm cleaning up. I separated them. I was cleaning up Sticks, and he was bleeding from a little bit from his ear. No gushing blood, okay? So he was bleeding from his mouth, and he was bleeding from his ear, and that's all we saw. Or I saw, I should say. And so, okay, so we cleaned him up, and then it was just a horrible night. It was horrible. So, oh my gosh. So that was Saturday. So Sunday, I noticed that he started, he had like this mass on his ear. And I was like, because I know, you know, because our cat was attacked like 15 years ago. We were in Hawaii. We came home, and we were like, what is all this stuff on her neck? And she was attacked, so she had puncture wounds. And so they were full of pus and all that bad stuff, right? And so we knew that, why did I put that backwards? So I knew that it was filled. It was going to be, if I didn't clean it up, he was going to need surgery, right? Because that's what they do, and because they have abscess. There we go, abscessed, and they become abscessed if you don't take care of them right away. Well, I cleaned it out. We did Neosporin. We did all of that stuff, but Ash's teeth are really bad. They're really, really, really bad. But our longtime vet, he passed away before we could get his teeth cleaned. So his teeth are gnarly, and so they're full of bacteria, because usually abscess do not come overnight. They do not, like literally, they do not come overnight. But because his teeth are so nasty, it did, and he ended up getting abscessed. So that was on Sunday. Well, he was limping. Tim came home on Sunday, that's right. So Tim came home on Sunday, or was it Monday? It was Sunday, because I had to go to the vet by myself. So Sunday, he came home Sunday, so we rolled him over. We were checking him. Well, then he had another wound under his armpit where I couldn't see him. And then nor can I turn him on his back. And, you know, it was, when you have 4 dogs and there's only you, yeah, it's hard. And they're always underfoot, so it's not like I'm never by myself. I always have one at least with me. And so so it was, you know, it's just hard. So Tim helped me. We locked him in the room. Tim helped me look, and we, neosporined his arm, but you could tell there was a lump. So I'm like, okay, well, the lump is huge. Everything else is huge. He's going to have to go to the vet. Our vet is not open on Sundays. Our vet is only open Saturday, or Monday through Saturday. So I left messages on Sunday, and it's not an emergency, because believe me, I know, I know what emergencies are with our pets, and I do not, okay, honestly, money is not an option when it comes to the puppies. There is no, I am not worried about paying a vet. We have credit cards, and I can make payments to the credit cards. I will not let my puppies suffer, ever, not for money. And so yeah, so money is not an object when it comes to their health and their well-being. So no. So I knew it wasn't an emergency. I just knew that he was going to end up having probably surgery. So that was not a problem, but it was, I had to wait until Monday. So we waited till Monday. I called them. But they're not open until 4 to 8. So that was, you know, pretty cruddy too. So I'm like, oh gosh. So I waited all day Monday, and then they opened, and I called them, and they said, okay, bring him in. So I brought him in, and then Doc got his ear, and he goes, oh, this is abscess, and he squeezed it, and all the pus, brown pus, fell out. He's like, yeah, he's gonna need surgery. So I go, okay. So he had surgery. I got to pick him up the next day. But I also had, that was the day morning I had to go pick up my brother. So it's been chaotic. Well, I mean, his surgery was, his adoption fee and his surgery was like $650. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most expensive foster that I've ever had. And so it was just crazy. And so when I picked him up, Doc said they're never going to get along. He tells me, and I'm thinking, oh man, I'm like, but if I can get him to stop pumping, because, I mean, honestly, they were fine. I mean, we all slept together, everything else, they slept on the bed. I mean, they were fine. I mean, Ash was still kind of, you know, like he would give him dirty looks, but he wasn't attacking him. He never once attacked him until he tried to hump them. But other than that, they would just avoid each other. And so so I thought, you know, okay, look at nature's beauty. I thought, okay, well, this could work, right? Because I'm trying to get this to work. But, okay, and I didn't initially tell you, I didn't go looking for sticks. What ended up happening is that sticks was found on the side of the road, wandering on a busy highway we have here. And the shelter called me because they knew that I was a bully mom. So they called me and said, hey, you want to come get him? And I'm like, okay, you know, because, you know, my heart is all for bullies. And I didn't want him staying in the animal shelter when I can bring him home. And I knew, that's the part, is that I knew none of my bullies are mean. None of them are, but they had to meet on their own home turf. So when they initially met, you know, Ash didn't really care for him, but he never once tried to attack him. So I thought, okay, this can work. This can totally work. Oh, shoot, I did it wrong. And I am not paying attention, am I? Were you guys trying to tell me I was on the wrong picture? So I knew it could work. And so yeah, never once did they try to attack him, nothing. So we all slept on the bed together, we all got along. But day 4 is when poop hit the fan. And yeah, I'm gonna put my head in the way, sorry guys. So yeah, so, oh my gosh, you guys. It has been 12 days at that time of pure HE double hockey sticks. Yes. And I have been stressed out of my mind because I have to watch them 24/7 because I need to make sure, because I mean it's traumatizing. It is traumatizing when you go through this and you're the only one home and everything else. It is so traumatizing, and hearing the screams and all that stuff is horrible, 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 horrible. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I'm blaming myself because I brought him home thinking we could be a happy family. I thought we could, and I really, really tried. But when I got him home, and Doc said they wouldn't get along, I thought, and then I started noticing that that next day, that Ash was kind of gone, you know, not really happy with him. He really wanted him gone. And I started thinking, oh gosh, okay, I didn't want to let him go, but I also am not going to make my family members who've already been here miserable and on guard. And nor did I want anything to happen to him again. He didn't deserve this. He didn't deserve this. He is the sweetest bully ever. And he did not deserve any of this. And I feel awful, you guys. I feel awful. I will never do this again because, I mean, not adopt, but I mean, just as far as like bringing 2 boys together anymore, never again. Boys will not get along. So I cannot do it. But, oh, man, if I actually drank, you guys, I think I would be drunk every single day right now, because honestly, I need to get away. I need, my head is sad, my heart is sad, my heart is heartbroken, and I just, you know, I feel so awful. So what ended up happening is, I brought him home on Tuesday. On Wednesday night, we were eating dinner, and he has tubes out of his ear and out of his armpit because his what do you call it, that the abscess were so awful that he ended up having that, he ended up, where did that go? Oh, he ended up having tubes because he had to be drained. So, well, that night, big dumb dog that he is, he decides he wants to try and hump Dory. Oh my God, luckily Tim was home, because Dory was like, oh heck no. And so because you know, all my babies have been bred except for Kit Kat. We got her early on where she wasn't. And so all of them have been bred, and I get them all at 5 years old because that's when they stop breeding, and that's when they're useless to the breeders. So I get them at that point. Look, she's like motorboating, so I thought that was so cute. So, hold on, I gotta choke. So I haven't talked this much in so long. I have not. So I knew after that, because Dory did not get a hold of him, but she was like not happy. And I don't blame the girl. And so, because he latched onto her so hard, and luckily Tim was home. Tim pulled him off of her. And, oh, yeah, luckily he was home. So I knew he could not stay. I knew he was not going to be able to do it because he could not stop humping. And I mean, he came potty trained. You know, which was surprising because none of my babies come potty trained. And so I knew so I called the vet the next day and said, hey guys, can you help me? I'm trying to find a home for him because this is not going to work. He's going to get hurt, and I cannot have that happen to him again. That's not right. It's not fair. So they said, yeah, let me see what we can do. And she says they have a rescue. My beautiful daughter and her beautiful niece and my other bonus daughter. And so they said, yeah. So then I started calling the rescue, or emailing the rescue groups. Boy, I'll tell you what, you guys, when you have a business, any kind of business, and you do not get back to anybody with saying, no, I'm full, or just anything, you suck. You suck. You really do. Because, you know, people are shouting for help and you're not getting back to them. And it sucks, because this is how come animals get abused. This is how come they get thrown in the back of trucks from in back roads of country roads. There is a fly. Ah, Kate helped. And so they broke the back door. The doggies did. And this is why they get so. This is why this is so wrong in this world. Is because you need to at least say, hey, we don't have room. We don't have, you know, this is what else you can do. We will try and help. Nothing. So it was crickets from these people. I only had one lady respond back going, okay, how old is he? And can you send me pictures? So I did. Never heard back from her. So I'm like, you're horrible. You're a horrible, horrible organization. So I still haven't heard back from her. And that is just, I'm disgusted with these people, because I'm just disgusted. If I was in a good home, then what? This is why, you know, it's just disgusting. So anyway, and I was not going to take him back to the shelter. I was not going to. So I have been on edge and watching these babies like a hawk. And it's really weird, because you can leave them alone and they're sleeping on the bed. They're fine. I mean, that's why I thought we had a chance too, because they were sleeping. They were fine. When we left them alone, they were fine. And it's just the humping that really just set them all over the edge. And I don't blame them. This is their home, and they don't want to be assaulted like that anymore. And so yeah. Anyway, so then he had to go get his tubes out yesterday from the vet. Well, the two girls there and the vet are like, okay, the girl who works there, her boyfriend's a Marine, and he's always wanted a bulldog. And so he came over, he saw him, he loved them. He already got permission from his parents, because, you know, they're in their 20s. And he's going to be deployed, but his parents love him. And the condition I had, though, I told them straight up. I said, the condition I have is he has to live indoors. He will not be chained up in the backyard. He will not be left out in the backyard. He is potty trained. He is a good boy. He really is. I mean, he was a perfect bully. You can get in his face. You can lay on him. You can kiss him. Everything. The only part is the humping. And so they knew this. And so they said, no, it's not a problem. And so they took him home. They took him home. And I got updates from, because they're my vet, I got updates from the girls saying how, you know, he was doing good. They took him out for a walk, and that he was so good, and that they're going to buy him a bed today and get him the dog food I was feeding him today. So I thought, okay, so they're updating me, and which is so sweet, because I mean, this has been horrible, and I never ever, I'm serious, you guys, I never want to do this again, ever in my life. Because these guys mean more to me than anybody else or anything else. These guys mean the world to me. And to have them be abused or be, you know, hurt in any way in my home is awful. It's so awful. It's so awful. So anyway, so yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I have not crafted in 5 days, 6 days. How rude I was talking. I have not crafted in that long, and I'm pretty sure all my gray hair came back. So I'm just like, my stress level is beyond anything you can think of right now. I am so done. So, but now we're back to normal. We're back to normal, and we, which I'm glad, because we are going to the cabin. We rented the same cabin again. We rented it like last month because the kids are going to go with us this time, and I'm so excited about that. It's just Matt and Shy. Cordell's in school. He can't go, nor would he go. But so we're going to be going to the cabin this week. I hired my mom because I don't board my babies. I don't leave them outside. I don't have someone. I pay someone to stay with them. It's part of what I do as far as like when we go on trips. I budget that in, and so I'm telling you guys, these guys are my world. And we have cameras all inside our house and outside our house, so we watch them when we're gone, even for the day. When we leave the house, cameras are on because we need to know exactly what they're doing, if they're okay, you know, things like that. So so we hire people when we go on vacation to come and stay at our house and watch them. So my mom said she wanted to because my mom needs a break too. So my mom needs a break from the boys, from my dad and my brother. So, and then it gets her money, and I pay pretty well. And so she'll have some Christmas money or spending money or whatever she wants to do with her money. But yeah, for coming over and watching them, because it is a full-time job, because I do not... you can't just come over and feed them and leave and play with them and leave. No, you have to stay here. You have to stay at my house. So, so she's all for that. Tim was making like burgers or something. He just looks so cute, and I just was like, you know what? Let me just take a picture. So anyway, so it ended up being good that he was going to go to that he went to a good home now, because we were going to take him with us. That way my mom did not have any problems. We were going to take him just sticks with us to the cabin. And that's it, because he's the only one who actually behaves. He's the only one who's like, I mean, completely, he's not psycho. He's just, the other three are ghetto babies. They're just psycho. They would, you know, pee everywhere, even though they're potty trained, but they're so like pain in the butts that they would, so you can't take them. But we were going to take Sticks with us, and because we didn't want to do that to my mom. I can only imagine that. So, but now we don't have to. Now we can go in peace, because my mom will be taking care of the babies, and whew, yeah, she'll be staying with them. She loves on them, and they love it. They love when grandma's here. So, it's been a while since my mom has babysat, because, puppy sat, because we haven't been able to go anywhere. The kids stayed here when we went to Hawaii. Cordell still lived here, so that was okay. But now that it's just me, we need help. But yeah, anyways, you guys, so I'm back to crafting. I decided that when we go to the cabin, that I'm taking my printer with me, and I'm printing out everything, all the weeks I'm behind, because I think at this point I'm 2.5 months behind, and I only have one. This is week 32. I have 33 done. I have 34 printed out, and then so right now I need to print out all those pictures, so I decided to take them all with me and just do it, you know. So, but yeah, that's how my life has been. So I'm sorry. Here I went, the last update I did was on YouTube going, look at meat sticks, and then yeah. So believe me guys, this wasn't done lightly. This wasn't done lightly. These guys are my world, and to have this happen, it sucks beyond measure, and I'm kicking myself, and I just, you know, yeah, just kicking myself. But he's doing good in his new home, and hopefully he stays there. We're still crossing our fingers everything works out, because I know they had a couple of dogs too, and you know, all it takes is one humping. So we used to give Bus and Rox stuffed animals. They were happy with that. Like Bus, all day long, but he left the girls alone. So that's all that mattered, right? So that's what we were used to. We were just, you roll your eyes. And then I was trying to think of everything, because I wanted us to stay a family, because I couldn't imagine giving up on him, on us. And so I was trying to think of everything, and then I thought maybe I can, okay, this is only for adults' ears only, okay, adults, so don't let your kids hear. Okay, so I was thinking of maybe they have, you know, like a simulation kind of thing, you know, like another bulldog that's a fake, you know, kind of thing. you know, like that kind of thing. But I was too scared. I told Tim I'm too scared to look it up online. I'm gonna have the FBI come to my house. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I could not look it up, and so I know that also makes me a failure also. But I just could not, because I was just so scared. I was like, oh my gosh. So, but I was trying to keep my family intact, and so, you know, but I couldn't do it. So yeah, so, but, oh, I wanted to. But yeah, oh my gosh, you guys. But I'm hoping he's in a better home. They said they would not, you know, let him go, you know, be outside. He would be an indoor only puppy, and they've always wanted a bulldog. And honestly, it takes one to realize, because honestly, Rocky was our first one, and he changed our lives. He changed our lives. And he taught us so much. He taught us unconditional love. He taught us so much that I will not go back to not, I will forever and always be a bulldog mom, because he taught us so much. And these bulldogs are so amazing. So I'm hoping this will be the start of one of their own rescue of bulldogs. With sticks, because they are amazing. So I'm hoping it'll be a complete positive, you know, that it will be for the best. But boy, oh boy, you guys, I was bawling my head off, and ooh, still thinking about it. I really like this title card. Okay, let me say thank you to Christina Folk, Mary Sue Mendiola, the Silhouette Room. Yes, I will show you that room when it's done. Right now I have Cheyenne's bed in there still, so, but they are house hunting here pretty soon. And so I will, when it's completely done, I will gladly do a Silhouette Room tour. So no worries. Barbara Haish and Scrap and Alley, thank you so much for leaving me comments. I appreciate you guys. So that's how it's gonna go. I love the title card. I love how it came out. It was different for me. So hey, but anyways. All right guys, I'm hoping life calms down. I really do. We got the cabin. And my birthday. My birthday is next Monday. Not tomorrow, but the 22nd. So I'm looking forward to my birthday, because I got a new present that I really wanted, which is a laptop. Don't tell Tim I know. I bought it, you guys, so it doesn't wrap it. But yeah, because I wanted to play more with my Silhouette, and I wanted to have updated updated. It's so bright, huh? Maybe that'll help. A newer laptop, so he did. So so we got that. Anyways, my birthday's on the 22nd. I will be in Disneyland for the day. We're just flying up for the day, and it'll be fun. So but I'll be back before then, I promise. Because 33 is done. All right, guys, take care. Have a great week. I'll see y'all. Bye.